Hey everyone! Lost Ark is a MMORPG where you can choose and enjoy in playing many different classes. But which classes are the best for PvP? In today's video I will answer to that question and you will see 10 best classes for PvP in 2021. Before we start, let me just say subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit that bell icon to see more Lost Ark videos in the future. I am following all information from beautiful world of Lost Ark, and when I see something interesting is happening or if I see some useful information, you will see it here on my YouTube channel. So make sure to subscribe. Okay, let's dive into video. And right away on the start I have to say that new class Striker will not be in today's video because of the simple reason, we have get that class Striker in the previous week and I have played a little bit to be honest, but it's still too early to judge what kind of class it will be for PvP. Will it be good or not? So in my opinion so far, yeah, absolutely it will not be bad class for PvP. However, I don't think also that it will be something really amazing. So let's wait a little bit regarding Striker. In the weeks to come I will play a little bit more of course on Striker and then I will let you know. So let's focus on the classes which we currently have in Russia here. I'm here on Russian servers of Lost Ark. And let's start with absolutely the best class for PvP in 2021 in my opinion, and that is Soulmaster. So what to say about Soulmaster? How this class feels in general when you play it, not only in PvP, it's absolutely amazing. So when you consider 3 versus 3 and 1 versus 1, both this class is really good at both of these, right? So on the start I have to say that a really important thing regarding quality of different classes in PvP. In today's video you will see many different classes. And when you look at each class, you need to keep on your mind that some classes are amazing in 3 versus 3, while not so good at 1 versus 1. So in today's video I have made a list from my experience in playing all classes in 3 versus 3 PvP and in 1 versus 1 PvP. And Soulmaster is really good at both 1 versus 1, 3 versus 3, and that's why it's number 1 on this list. In generally how this class feels when you play it in PvP, it's absolutely amazing. It's fluid, it's fast, and even for a new player it will not be hard to handle this class. You can learn to play it. However, to play it really good on some higher level, it will not be that easy. You need to learn a lot regarding playing Soulmaster. Let's go further to position number 2 on this list. And actually on position number 2 I have 2 classes here regarding PvP, and you will be surprised a little bit. I will not put here Arcana or Summoner, I will put here Bard. Yes, Bard, you will say it's a support class. Well, yes, I know that. And it doesn't have actually that much high damage. Actually, yeah, it's probably the lowest damage class in the game. However, how this class feels when you play 3 versus 3 is something wow, right? Just amazing. 1 versus 1, it's not so good. However, 3 versus 3, Bard is showing amazing gameplay, and that's why I have put this class on position number 2. As you will see, there is one more class here on this position number 2. However, Bard, yeah, something really great. So Bard is a support class. You can see some gameplay here in front of you. Along with attack skills, Bard has skills that can heal or buff allies. The Bard herself cannot deal much damage, but she is a must-have member of a party, especially when a party is going for a challenging raid. Her identity also allows her to heal or buff allies. Like I said, in order to use her identity, she must gain Serenade Bubbles by attacking enemies. And after Bard, also on position number 2, I have to put another support class but Warlord also deserves to be here on this position. So regarding gameplay in PvP, Warlord good in 3 versus 3. He's also good in 1 versus 1. So Warlord is good at both. 3 versus 3, 1 versus 1, absolutely great. So Warlord is specialized in protecting allies with his high defense and survivability. The Warlord uses a giant shield for defense and uses a gun lance to deal damage. Warlord can also protect his party members by aggroing the enemies, and it's a great tank in dungeons and during raids. His identity is defense protection form. In the defense form, the Warlord will be slowed but can defend himself from powerful enemy attacks using his shield. In the protection form, the Warlord can sacrifice himself and take the damage that his party members would take. So on position number 2, 2 classes, Bard and Warlord. Bard, like I said, amazing in 3 versus 3, not so good 1 versus 1. Warlord, good in both. 3 versus 3, 1 versus 1, and generally, yeah, it might feel a little bit slower, but amazing class for PvP. Let's go further to one. I must say I am enjoying to play this class really a lot lately, and it's kind of not so much regarding DPS. It's not for sure in the top 10 classes, maybe it would be, but in PvP feels amazing. Lancemaster. Yes, Lancemaster. I know you might be surprised with this. However, I'm playing lately this class as my main class on Russian servers, and the more I play it, I see the reason why is this class so good in PvP. Lancemaster was the first class released after original release of game in Korea. Highlight of Lancemaster is ability to switch between 2 different combat stances. First one for wide area attacks, and second one intensive for high damage. And both of these combat stances are really great, I have to say. So I highly recommend to you, try to play Lancemaster. You will love it, not only in PvP, you will also love it in PvE. Let's go further to position number 4 on the list. And to check that position, we need to move again to Warriors. And I will again pick one support class. However, not only support class. Holy Knight, if you like to play PvE, PvP, probably, not probably, for sure, the most useful class in the game, and also really good in PvP. So regarding Holy Knight, it is support a kind of class that uses a sword and power of faith. You can use your holy divine skills and buffs to support your allies, or use the sword punishment skills to lead the battlefield. 2 identities of Holy Knight are Divine Executioner and Divine Aura. If you use the God Executioner identity skill, you can concentrate the power of faith on your sword to increase the attack range and damage with the sword. If you use Aura of Divinity identity skill, you can spread an aura around you, and the combat abilities of party members except you will be increased. The ultimate skill Awakening is called Alisanos Judgment. It holds the power of Alisanos, an ancient crusader, transformed into a powerful skill by the Holy Knight. So on position number 4, Holy Knight, absolutely amazing class in PvP. Also, when I'm here on position and number 4, I have to add a Destroyers. Yeah, basically from the start, from the release of Lost Ark, this class was really good in PvP. There was actually one point in time when it wasn't so good. However, Destroyer deserves place on this ranking list. Destroyers use a gravity hammer and has a low movement speed. His animations might be slow, but he can finish off enemies with a single powerful blow. Lots of AoE skills and CCs are also main characteristics of this class. It's easy to play class, it's not so hard to master gameplay of this class in general. So even for a new player, it will be interesting and easy to learn class. With his identity, Gravity Control, the Destroyer can obtain a Gravity Core. from enemy attacks and can use a skill called Gravity Discharge. When he uses Gravity Discharge, the gravity core will turn into a gravity meter. When the gravity meter is full, the destroyer can give himself buffs while making nearby enemies slower. So Destroyer, highly recommend to you if you want to play a more PvP, but even for PvE, really great class. I have to also mention here in this video Reaper. Reaper is the third class that can be selected in the assassin's profession. It uses daggers as the main weapon and has a playstyle specialized in stealth and surprise attacks. Reaper has a lower defense than other classes, so it requires delicate manipulation, but it has excellent attack power. And I will put Reaper somewhere on position number 4 on this ranking list, maybe on position number 3. Maybe somewhere there, just maybe, right? Okay, let's go further to Assassins. And here we have Blader or Blade, another class which, if you like to play a PvP, I can recommend to you. Blade uses a couple of swords to slice and dice her enemies, along with a long sword. Right, so this is really beautiful to see when a Blade is using weapons. This class have very high mobility and fast animations, very fast attacks. You will notice that. Even here in this short gameplay, you can see that. So position number 5, a Blade, and also on position number 5, I want to put another class here. We will move here to Fighter, and I will add here a Battlemaster. Yes, position number 5, somewhere on the middle of this list. Yeah, I would say Battlemaster. What to say about Battlemaster? It uses speed and powerful combos to take down her enemies, and her air combos are especially devastating. When her elemental skills is full, she can destroy hordes of enemies in a single blow. So position number 5 are Blade and Battlemaster. Let's move to position number 6, and for that we are going to move again to Assassins. Here I will pick Demonic. Demonic, what to say about Demonic? If you have played, then you know that it feels really great. Demonic is a class that is more focused around dark magic, with a couple of devilish swords. Position number 6, I will not put another class here. Demonic is the only position, only class on this position here. I will move to position number 7, and that will be another fighter profession, and I will pick Infighter. Actually, I'm not sure even to put Infighter on position 7. Maybe it should be somewhere on the middle of the list, let's say on position number 5, but for this video let's put it here on position number 7. Why? Because it's really great 1 versus 1. 3 versus 3, I didn't have that feeling that it's so great class. 3 versus 3, not so good. 1 versus 1, really excellent. The Infighter can deal really big damage to enemies using her heavy gauntlet. Her stats are well balanced and she can safely engage in battle for a long time. So Infighter position number 7. Now we are moving to one class which you might, many of you would put in some positions somewhere lower. However, I will put Arcana here on position number 8. Very high damage class. Unlike other mage subclasses, Arcana is mid-range class with fast combos and swift movement. It uses cards as weapon. The Arcana stacks her cards on enemies and uses the Ruin skill to make the card stacks explode to deal burst damage. The combat feels more like a striker than a mage. Yeah, it really does. There are many cards with different buffs in the deck, but she can only draw a random card. Arcana, good. I would say decent in 1 versus 1 and 3 versus 3, not so amazingly great, but pretty decent. On position number 9, I will put one class which is really good in 3 versus 3 and in 1 versus 1. And when I say it like this, you know, I'm thinking maybe I should put a Berserker somewhere lower here on this list, maybe in the top 5, because 3 versus 3, 1 versus 1, it feels really good. It's a melee class that uses a large two-handed sword. His stats are well balanced between attack and defense. When he enters Berserker mode, he can buff himself up to deal massive damage in a short amount of time. So, Berserker, 3 versus 3, 1 versus 1, yeah, really good, really good. And number 10 of the list, 10 on the list, when I read this list, when I'm thinking here which class should I put, then I see, for example, position number 10, I will put Hawkeye here, because Hunter class, let's move over there to Hunters. So, Hunters, Hawkeye, when I think a little bit better, it's really great class in 3 versus 3 and in 1 versus 1. It's a class that is a middle tier class for both PvE and PvP, but he is stronger in PvP than in PvE, for sure, that is for sure, much better class in PvP than in PvE, but when I think about this, yeah, it's very good class in 3 versus 3 and 1 versus 1, so maybe it should be even somewhere on the middle of the list. So as you can see, after position number 3, it's really hard, to judge which class is very good for PvP and which is not. Because as you can see here, position number 10, Hawkeye, Berserker, position number 9, real nice classes. Arcana, position number 8, also. So we can say that these classes which I have just put on this list are pretty good in generally in PvP. And of course, with exception of Soulmaster, which is, something amazing in PvP. Really amazing class, which I have to recommend. However, if you want to play more PvP in the game, I have to highly recommend to pick any of these classes which I have put in today's video. Soulmaster, Bard, Warlord, Lancemaster, Holy Knight, Destroyer, Blade, Battlemaster, Demonic, Infighter, Arcana, Berserker, and Hawkeye. Other classes, so in PvP. Striker, like I said, it's too early to judge regarding Striker, but if you really want to excel in PvP, if you want to in general enjoy in both, actually, Soulmaster is really enjoyable class in generally. Pick Soulmaster of any of the classes. I have no doubt you will enjoy them, because in general you know that all classes in Lost Ark are feeling really amazing. Thank you for watching the video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel to see more Lost Ark videos and in general MMORPG gaming videos in the future. See you soon.